So we are going to do a quick review / unboxing on the NOCO GBX75 lithium ion jump starter. So inside the box, the NOCO Boost, the NOCO Genius battery booster, or the NOCO Booster X as it's called right there on the box. We have another box. So let's take that box out of this box. It's like a gift within the gift. All right, so there we have it. We have the packaging for the NOCO Boost X. It has X on there, so it must be special. It is pretty special. It works really well. Start dead batteries, 8.5 liter gas, 6.5 liter diesel. This battery booster can start any vehicle that Nissan has in its lineup, as well as vehicles that are not in Nissan's lineup. I have not come across a vehicle yet that this battery booster has not been able to start. Now, my coworker has it. I've been borrowing his, but I finally decided to break down and buy my own. Well, I've tried the tool truck battery booster / jump starter, and it just doesn't perform as well as this one. Hands down, this is the best one. Maybe not the best one. Maybe the 150 is even better, but for my needs, the GBX75, this battery booster right here, does the job every single time. Now, you can pick this battery booster up on Amazon at a great price. You'll pay a lot more if you decide to get this battery booster from the tool truck. Any tool truck other than the red and white tool truck. We all know who that one is. It rhymes with flap on, but you know, they don't carry that booster. They have their own proprietary booster that doesn't work as good as this one. Trust me when I tell you it doesn't work as good. I've tried it many times from multiple technicians that made the mistake of purchasing the snap-on battery jump starter. It doesn't work as good as this one. This one works fantastic. It will jump start anything. Even when the batteries are not fully charged on this booster, it will still jump start the car. It'll crank the car faster than the car can crank if the car had its own good battery in there. So if you got a vehicle that has a 600 or 500 or 800 cold cranking amps battery inside the vehicle, and that battery is in excellent condition, when you hook this booster up to it, that engine will crank faster than that battery that's in the vehicle that's good could even crank it. So if you hook this up to a vehicle with a dead battery, that thing will crank over so fast. It's amazing. It works really well. So let's take the wrapper off. We got some wrappering, more wrapper on top of the double boxing. So we're going to take that off and get to the meat and potatoes of this battery booster, the NOCO Boost X, 2500 amp, 12 volt. At least it claims 2500 amp. I don't know if it's actually going to be able to produce 2500 amps worth of cranking abilities, but I can tell you that it does start everything that I needed to start, and that's all that really matters. I don't care if it puts out 2500 amps of cranking power or current, but if it can start the vehicle that I'm trying to start, that's a win in my eyes. It's got an LED. Not that I'm going to ever need to use that. There's a possibility I might use it, but we're not going to probably not going to use that. We're going to be using this for jump starting. Fast charge. You can charge your phones or your accessories. It's got a USB port. It charges with USB-C. The older NOCO battery jump starters were using the micro USB, but this is now using the NOCO boosters are now using USB-C, which is fantastic. Charges faster, and it's just a port that doesn't really go bad like the USB mini or USB micro port. Those tend to go bad, but the USB-C ports are much durable, and I'm glad they switched to that to charge this battery booster up. So that's what we got there. Starts dead batteries. Says it right there on the front of the box. Does what it claims. So let's see if we can figure out how to open this box up. We are trying to open the box right now from the top, and it is not working out so well for me, not us, me. Because I'm the one that's opening the box. I'm doing a voiceover because for some reason, when I was actually recording this video, the microphone plug wasn't all the way in, and I didn't catch any of the audio that I recorded while I was making the video. But a voiceover is just as good. We're going to go over the same exact points. Now, we have the box that I do have sitting upside down, so we're going to correct that. Now, we have the box that was within the box that was within another box. We're going to open this box, and we should be able to finally see the battery booster. And there we have it. As we expected, we got a battery booster in the box, the third box, because the booster was in, you get it. Anyway, NOCO Boost X, 2500 amp. You can see the size right there. GBX75. So there it is in all of its glory. The GBX75 NOCO Boost X, 2500 amps or 2500 A. It doesn't say amp, it does say 2500 A, but we all know that A is supposed to be amperage. Maybe it's a marketing ploy, who knows, but it does a fantastic job. That's the only thing that matters, is that it does a fantastic job. Now, With this battery booster, you may come across, well, with any battery booster, you may come across a vehicle that has a dead battery. But let's talk about the ports. It looks like I want to talk about the ports right there in the video. So we're talking about the ports right now. The charging port is on the right side. It has the USB-C. USB-C right there. I'm tapping on it. That's the USB-C, and that's the USB-A, the regular USB port for charging up your devices like a cell phone and whatever else you may want to charge up with this battery booster. But the USB-C is the port that you would use to charge this battery booster up once you've, jump started 150 cars with it. That's an exaggeration. Maybe you could do 150 cars. I haven't tested it with 150 cars. But so if you come across a vehicle that has a battery that is completely dead, and well, the way this booster works is it's looking for some type of a voltage on the battery when you hook it up, and then it will automatically turn on. So let's say the battery is a little bit low. You may only have 6 or 7 volts present on the battery, and this thing will sense that the clamps are connected to the battery and it will turn on. But if the voltage is too low, let's say you have 1 volt or less than 1 volt on that battery, you will have to press and hold the override button, and that override button will eventually turn on the battery booster. See, right now the lights are flashing. That means that it is in boost mode, that those clamps that are connected to the side of the battery booster right now are actually active. So if you're not careful, you can cause a fire and burn some stuff down to the ground if you hook those up, both those leads up to the ground wire or something that's metal, both of the leads, which would be causing a direct short, and that will send every bit of the amperage that this thing can produce running across that object at breakneck speeds, melting whatever it touches, and we don't want that to happen. So just be careful when you're using that bypass mode. So what's inside the box? This is the box right here. We're taking the foam out. It comes with a nice little carrying bag that we'll probably never use, or most people will probably never use. But I guess if you're keeping it in your vehicle as a plan B emergency situation, and you should probably have a jumper pack inside of your vehicle. That's always a good idea. I used to keep one until I found out that they don't last very long inside the vehicle with the high heat. So maybe you don't want to keep one in there too long, or if you don't live in Florida or something like that. Anyhow, that's what we got in the bag. We got some USB cables, and we have the owner's manual right there, which is pretty thick. I'm going to take it out of the box now. And that is the owner's manual. It's pretty thick, GBX75. And yeah, we're not going to look at that because it's pretty straightforward. Most of that, I'm guessing, is probably just warnings and legal stuff that they have to put in there to cover their butts from people jump starting the cars with it in bypass mode and burning things down because they don't know what they're doing. But that's pretty much it. It's a fantastic battery booster. I keep saying that, but it really only has one job, and that's to jump start a car, and it does that very well. If you're looking for something that's going to do what it's supposed to do, this battery booster will do what it's supposed to do. Now, just an FYI, pretty much every battery booster has a life expectancy of about 2 to 3 years. It just depends on where you are located in the United States. If you're in a hotter climate, you can expect that battery booster to not last as long as you would want it to last. Maybe 4 or 5 years is what you'd want it to last. But if you live in the South and it's really hot most of the time, then you'll probably only get about 2 years out of this battery booster, maybe 2.5. So if you go oversized and you probably get the 150 because you live in a hotter climate, then you might be better off because it may still have a lot of reserve left. But once the heat degrades the batteries over time, you will lose some of the reserve that is inside the battery. And I'm not sure what I'm quoting right now in this video, but I'm quoting something and I don't remember what it was. Anyhow, just keep in mind that battery boosters, no matter which one you buy, will not last more than 4 to 5 years. They have a life expectancy just like all batteries do. There's batteries inside, and all batteries go bad over time. Just keep that in mind, and don't spend a fortune on a battery booster because, like I said, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. That's what you're going to get out of them. Don't spend a fortune on a battery booster. Get it from Amazon. The NOCO is a good price. Thanks for checking out the review. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment down below if you have one of the NOCO products. Which one is your favorite? Which battery booster are you using? Which NOCO battery booster are you using on a day-to-day basis if you're an automotive technician or an automotive professional? If you work at a dealership, they need to have battery boosters around somewhere in a dealership because, cars, the batteries go dead. So what's your favorite battery booster? Leave your comment down below. Let us know what you do like about the NOCO if you already have it. Let us know what you don't like about the NOCO if you already have it. So that's it. Peace.